Hello students, today we are going to take up the topic sulfuric acid under p-block elements group 16 elements in organic chemistry class 2 grade. So let us start with a very good thought. Only you can change your life. No one can do it for you. So it means if you want to bring change in your life, you have to put efforts. Others can guide you, others can motivate you, but internally you have to do that. So learning outcomes from this session is, so you would be able to explain about the manufacturing of sulfuric acid by contact process, properties of sulfuric acids, uses of sulfuric acid. Okay, let us start. Starting with the history, sulfuric acid was earlier obtained from green vitriol, that is hydrated ferrous sulfate. So thereby name was derived oil of vitriol. So that is green vitriol, ferrous sulfate 7 water is known as green vitriol. From that derived name is oil of vitriol. It's also known as king of chemicals because it's used in various industries. For making fertilizers, for making detergents, for paints and pigments, for fibers, for rayon, for plastics, for explosives, dyes, pesticides, batteries, everything. So sulfuric acid is very having wide use. So that's why known as king of chemicals. It's a dibasic acid, means it can release 2H plus ions when it is dissolved in water. Similarly, it is a non-volatile as compared to HCl and nitric acid that are volatile, but this is non-volatile. Oxidizing agent, dehydrating agent. Dehydrating agent is due to the property it is having great affinity for water. So it will extract water. So that is known as dehydrating. Oxidizing agent means, for example, we are having H2S. H2S can be oxidized to sulfur. Similarly, BrHA can be oxidized to Br2 or I2. Or sulfur dioxide can be oxidized to sulfuric acid. So let us start with the first process, that is known as contact process. It is used, it's a commercial preparation of sulfuric acid. Please see all the chambers very carefully. Starting from the first starting, we are having sulfur. Sulfur is oxidized to sulfur dioxide by passing through air in a burner. So after that, there may be some dust particles because sulfur is solid yellow color, you know, and the dust need to be separated. And if some fine particles might have gone along with sulfur dioxide and oxygen to the dust precipitator, it may have crossed also. What we are doing is we are doing water spray. Then also, because some small particles, very minute particles, if it is there, that will be washed out with water spray, and this waste water will be used further for circulation. Now this washed SO2 gas, which is now become wet, now it is to make dry. So we are passing through concentrated sulfuric acids, spray. It means to say that you are using concentrated sulfuric acid here as dehydrating agent. So you are removing water from the wet or moist SO2 gas. So now you have got dry SO2 gas. This acid is not getting wasted. This will be recirculated again and again, or it will be used in some other areas. Dry sulfur dioxide, now you got, so you are having excess supply of air from the very beginning. So therefore sulfur dioxide plus oxygen will be going together, not it's only sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide plus oxygen. Now we have to check for any type of poison like arsenic. So you know that this group 15 element, last element, nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. So this is arsenic, antimony, these are poison for a catalyst. Even a very minute quantity of this oxides of arsenic, antimony, it can spoil the catalyst. And you know that vanadium pentoxide, that is catalyst used, or platinum can also be used. It can damage that catalyst. To prevent it, the catalytic poison, you are putting the double layer of checking. So that we are checking whether the arsenic impurities are removed or not. So if not removed also, then also this gas has to pass through arsenic purifier, which is containing iron hydroxide, that gelatinous mass. When this gas was passed, this iron hydroxide will react with arsenic, and this arsenic will be retained, if at all it is there, in very minute quantity. So now So we got the gas which is free from any poison or any impurities of arsenic or antimony. It is free from moisture, it is free from dust, and that gas will go to the catalytic chamber or catalytic converter. There catalyst is there, vanadium pentoxide, and that will be converted to sulfur trioxide through equilibrium reaction, which is an exothermic reaction, and the reaction is by decrease of number of moles, so pressure would be high and temperature would be low for this equilibrium to move forward. So now this gas again, what you are doing is you are dissolving in sulfuric acid through the quartz as a medium, because quartz is corrosion resistant. It can dissolve, it can help in the dissolution of SO3 gas in concentrated sulfuric acid. So we will get highly concentrated form of sulfuric acid, that is called oleum H2SO7. It's also known as pyrosulfuric acid, we have discussed earlier in the previous video. So now see, this is the summary. Sulfur is there with us. Sometimes we are doing sulfur oxidation, sometimes we are doing iron sulfide oxidation also. Please do be careful for that. Sulfur is oxidized to sulfur dioxide, and sulfur dioxide reacts with oxygen in the catalyst presence of vanadium pentoxide V2O5 at pressure of 1 atmosphere and temperature of 450 degrees Celsius. So as we know that temperature should be less only and pressure should be high, and so this way we can get the SO3. SO3 now dissolved in concentrated sulfuric acid to get oleum. Oleum from any concentration I want to make. I want to make 60%, 70%, 80%, 90%. So I can add water accordingly, and you know the water addition method that we are going to discuss shortly. So let us see, this is again the reactions as well as block diagram. So here sulfur, as I told you, sulfur if it is not there, we can use iron sulfide also. So that will be oxidized to form sulfur dioxide. So sulfur dioxide, now this heat is recovered because so combustion will be there, that will be further that the whatever the material is there input, that will be crossed with that. This is utilization of heat only, nothing else. Then sulfur dioxide will be converted to sulfur trioxide to oleum, and then by diluting and sulfuric acid will get at required concentration. So contact tower reactions are explained here, 450 degrees Celsius and pressure approximately 1 to 2 atmosphere. This is all about the contact process. Now we are going to discuss about the properties. Basically chemical property, physical property we have discussed already. It is a non-volatile acid and highly viscous if high concentration is there because of hydrogen bonding. Acidic property, mode of dilution, oxidizing agent and dehydrating agent. These properties we have to explain. So acidic property means you know that any carbonate salt when treated with acid give rise to carbon dioxide and water. So same way HCl we can use sulfuric acid. So calcium carbonate in treatment with sulfuric acid give rise to calcium salt, that is calcium sulfate plus water plus carbon dioxide. Similarly, one more reaction for acid, any metal which is above hydrogen in the reactivity series can react with sulfuric acid to release hydrogen gas, as in the case of zinc plus H2SO4 dilute. So please do remember that zinc plus H2SO4 dilute is there, if concentrated there product will be different. So that you have to keep in mind. Sulfur dioxide also will come along with that. If concentrated, it's a dilute base reactions. So base plus acid gives salt and water. Any base you can take, NaOH, CaOH. So all the base plus acid give rise to salt and water. This is a neutralization reaction, and the previous one is displacement, and this is decomposition. So mode of dilution would be what? Mixing of water to concentrated acid. If you add water into the concentrated acid, what will happen? It will react and it will release large amount of heat and the volume will decrease. Okay, and now what will happen? And so this heat will release, and sometimes this what will happen that it will cause accident, because some spillage may be there, some overflow of acid might be there, and acid may fall on the person working over there. So concentrated acid is added to water. So first we are taking water and dropwise we are adding concentrated sulfuric acid by stirring it. Okay, so this is the mode of dilution. So we should not add water in a concentrated acid, we should take water and add slowly dropwise concentrated sulfuric acid. So oxidizing agent or oxidizing nature, very important reactions are there for sulfuric acid. What is basic you have to understand? Copper plus H2SO4 concentrated. This is the reaction of concentrated, dilute will not give the reaction, because you know that no hydrogen displacement will be there for dilute, because copper is below hydrogen. Copper plus H2SO4 concentrated give rise to copper sulfate plus water plus SO2. As I told you already, what hydrogen will not be formed in any case. Hydrogen will be oxidized to water. Sulfur is again oxidized to sulfur dioxide and carbon is oxidized to carbon dioxide. This is the basic fundamental. The copper is oxidized to copper sulfide and sulfur is oxidized to sulfur dioxide and carbon is oxidized to carbon dioxide, and sulfur dioxide will be there in each case. Apart from that, halogen acid reaction with sulfuric acid also we can discuss. Any halogen acid except HCl, HBr, HI, that on reacting with sulfuric acid will be oxidized to bromine. HBr will be oxidized to bromine and HI will be oxidized to iodine along with water and sulfur dioxide. So if H2S is there, H2S when react with sulfuric acid give rise to sulfur, means reduction. Removal of hydrogen is also known as reduction. Now the next property is dehydrating agent. Dehydrating means remove the attached molecule, the chemical bonded molecule of water with the sugar, with the oxalic acid, with the ethyl alcohol or any of the salt. So dehydrating, this is known as dehydrating, LIGO says dehydrating agent. Let us take the example of sugar C12H22O11. If water is removed from there, that will be 12 carbon. 12 carbon means black residue that will be floating on the surface. So this is the observation for sulfuric acid question. Formic acid. Formic acid give rise to, on treatment with concentrated sulfuric acid give rise to carbon monoxide and water. So only simply water or more we balance is what is left we can write. Ethyl alcohol also you see water you can remove and you will get the C2H4 here, ethene. H2C2O4, oxalic acid. You know 2 molecules of water is there, oxalic acid. So that will be converted to carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide and water. Now uses, as we discussed in the previous slides also, so it is used in fertilizer making like ammonia, urea, ammonium sulfate, superphosphate, and petroleum refining also it is used, and manufacturing of pigment paints and dyes and intermediates. And then next is metallurgical applications for cleansing of metals before enabling electroplating and galvanizing. Storage battery in the manufacturing of nitrocellulose. Nitrocellulose is an explosive, and laboratory reagent also we are using widely for sulfuric acid. So this is the summary for full-fledged process of this is contact process for preparation of sulfuric acid. First step was sulfur is oxidized to sulfur dioxide. Second step is sulfur dioxide plus oxygen at equilibrium at pressure of 2 bar and 720 Kelvin give rise to sulfur trioxide, exothermic reaction, and sulfur dioxide plus H2SO4 give rise to H2S2O7. So at particular concentration whatever we need, so we can dilute and get the required percentage of sulfuric acid. So basically we have already discussed that dibasic acid it is, and it's a strong dehydrating nature and it's moderately strong oxidizing agent. It means nitric acid is more better oxidizing agent than sulfuric acid. So let us do some questions so that we can understand. Oleum is what? Oleum is pyrosulfuric acid. So how pyro was formed? You know that 2 molecules of sulfuric acid joined and elimination of water. Similarly, name the catalyst used in contact process. Contact process we are using vanadium pentoxide. Previously we were using platinum. Next is write the reaction in contact process. So as 3 reactions we have write, sulfur is oxidized to sulfur dioxide plus oxygen give rise to sulfur trioxide. Sulfur trioxide dissolved in sulfuric acid give rise to oleum. And oleum plus H2SO4 give rise to the required percentage of sulfuric acid whatever is required. Name the 3 areas in which sulfuric acid play an important role. Strong acidic character, strong affinity for water, ability to act as an oxidizing agent. Condition for maximum yield of sulfuric acid by contact process. We are talking of equilibrium, low temperature because it's exothermic reaction, and the high pressure. If there are certain limitations that how to increase the pressure. So any accident can happen and all that. So therefore the pressure is maintained approximately into the general area, that's 1 to 2 atmosphere. And excess of oxygen, because you know that oxygen is required in the 2 chambers, first and the catalytic chamber. Next is, so you might have given the correct answer. Congratulations to you, and thanks for this session. And only you can change your life, no one can do it for you. This is the thought for the session. Thank you.